Welcome to Get Your Mind Right. Today, we're diving into your questions and insights in our mailbag segment. Thanks to everyone who wrote in. Let's open up the mailbag.
Hey, John Johnson here, and welcome back to Get Your Mind Right Mailbag Edition, where the questions are sharp, the answers are even sharper, and the vibes are thicker than the rhino's skin. So, folks, let's get right into it today. This week's episode is hitting all of the notes. First of all, Bree Miracle from Newburgh, Indiana, is looking for a re-engagement game plan. How do you revive a dead lead and handle those clients who give you the question of, can you guarantee me the results? Can I accomplish this in one clean strategy even? Next, Matthew Prestandrea from Lynchburg, Virginia wants to know what's slowing us down. What's the bottleneck standing between us and that next tier scale? And we're ending today's episode with Patrick Hansen from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And Patrick is asking how to merge social media with cold outreach without looking like that guy who connects and pitches you within 12 seconds. So it's time to hit the field. Let's get it on. First on deck, Bree Miracle. The can you guarantee me results, and how or if you can even revive the ghost. So Bree, you're actually hitting two sides of the same coin here. First side of the coin is you have the doubters, and on this side you have the dead leads. So let's break down both because they are more connected than you might think. So the first one is the can you guarantee me results crowd. You know this type. They want Google dominance in 10 days. They demand 20 new leads a week. They think digital marketing is a vending machine. You put in $1 and 3 customers fall out. Here's how you handle that one, Bree. What you say is, we don't guarantee results. We engineer momentum. Now that line still slaps. Follow up with, marketing isn't magic, it's momentum. What I can guarantee is if you follow our strategy, respond to your leads, stay consistent, you will see measurable growth over time. Bree, what you're doing here is flipping the script. You're taking the merchant's wishful thinking into a shared responsibility. You want a bonus move? Here it is. Show them a case study where a similar business grew gradually, not explosively, but predictably and profitably. That's what real buyers are going to respect. Now, the next part of your question is re-engaging the not interested crowd. Because let's face it, not interested usually means bad timing, wrong approach, or simply the merchant doesn't trust you yet. Here's how to breathe life back into those leads. First of all, change your framing. Don't reopen the old pitch. Open with a shift in value. You might say, hey, Bob, I totally respect that it wasn't a fit before, but we made some updates to our platform and our strategy, and I think it may be worth a fresh look for you. Do you mind if I send over a quick example of how we help another business like yours grow leads without increasing ad spend? Bree, you're not begging here, you're upgrading. Next thing is send them a proof over pitch email. And I will tell you what that means. It means about forgetting the generic repitch. Hit them with results. Your subject line on your email might say, here's what we did for a business like yours. Hey, Bob, you told me a while ago that it wasn't the right time. Totally get it. But I want to show you something I thought that might change your mind. Short time before or after from a business that we just helped in your space. This isn't a pitch, it's just proof. Let me know if this sparks any questions. This is low pressure and high results. Your third thing to do here, Bree, is your re-engagement call script. It might look like this. Hey, Bob, it's Bree here. You and I connected a while ago, and I want to revisit the conversation. The reason I'm reaching out now is because we've helped a few businesses that had the exact same concerns that you have. I'd love to see if it's worth a second look. No guilt trip, no desperation, just realignment. Thanks for yet another great question, Bree. Our next question comes from Matthew Prestandrea from Lynchburg, Virginia. And Matthew wants to know, what is our biggest bottleneck to scaling faster? Well, Matthew, you're thinking like a strategist. So let's hit this head on. The number one bottleneck to scaling, well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not technology. It's not support. It is rep consistency. We don't need more tools. We need more reps doing the right activities at volume every single day. Let's call it what it is. Too many reps are stuck in the getting ready to sell mode. Too many reps avoid the phone and they want to live in their email inbox. And too many reps follow up more than once, but don't follow up more than once because, quote unquote, the merchant didn't answer. Matthew, let's not confuse this. Let's put a label on it. It's not a tool issue. This is a discipline issue. You have the best CRM in the world, the tightest marketing assets, and a dual pricing model that makes the angels sing. But if you don't have consistent activity, you're going to stall and you're going to fall. So, what speeds us up? Well, this is easy. Number one, tighter onboarding. This gets reps live faster. They don't need to know everything. They do need to know how to prospect, pitch, and follow through. Second thing is daily accountability. Track the actual dials, the touches, the follow-ups, not just pipeline activity. And then thirdly is a culture of follow-through. Closing is great, but installation plus activity plus retention equals real scale. Now, you get that right, you grow with momentum, not just toward it. Thanks for a great question, Matthew. We're going to end today with Patrick Hansen from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And Patrick's wanting to know how he can incorporate his best practices using social media and cold calling. Well, Patrick, I'm here to tell you this is where the modern game is won. If you're not blending social with calling, you're missing opportunities and you're leaving money on the table. So here's your calling times your social media playbook. First thing is warm up the field before you dial. Before you cold call someone, view their profile. Like a post, drop a small comment if appropriate. That way, when you call, you could say, hey, Bob, I know we haven't met yet, but I saw you're active on LinkedIn, and I thought it made sense to reach out. I help businesses like yours with our solutions. Do you have a quick minute? Boom. You're not just another cold voice. You're a familiar name. The next thing is the social media plus the call equaling the double tap. Now, after a cold call, whether it connects or not, send a LinkedIn connection with a contact. This is the reverse of our first strategy here. Hey, Bob, just gave you a quick ring and wanted to follow up here. I work with industries like yours to help simplify payments and drive local traffic. Thought it might make sense to correct here too. It's what I call the digital echo. You're repeating your presence across channels. Next strategy for you to try, Patrick, is to use content to soften future calls. Post weekly, share values, repurpose wins. When people see you consistently educating and celebrating clients, your cold call hits different. Instead of who is this, you get, yeah, I think I've seen your stuff before. This is what we call brand gravity. Now, Patrick, to be clear here, social is not a replacement for outreach. It's the reinforcement. It builds familiarity, credibility, and optionality. And that's how you stack the R points, Patrick. Well, here we are, folks. Another mailbag, more great questions, and some powerful answers that you guys can use as tools to put to work in the field. Bree's reviving cold leads and setting expectations like a pro. Matthew's ripping the curtain off the real reason teams don't scale. And Patrick's using social media the right way to make his cold calls anything but cold. So what's next? Well, it's time to get it on. Make the calls, post the wins, follow up like a freight train. And when someone tells you they're not interested, come back with more value and better timing at a different time. And listen, hey, do me a favor here. If you like what you hear, share it, like it, and hit that subscribe button like you're mad at it. This isn't just a podcast. Turn this into your unfair advantage. I'll see you next time on Get Your Mind Right.